Hey folks, Jax here, and this time we're doing the Dig, which isn't an overly difficult mission, and is a fantastic mission because of siege tanks, which are awesome. Awesome. Now, we didn't spend any money on upgrades this time because we're trying to save that for siege tanks so we can get those two upgrades ASAP. And the technology upgrade we got was the attack upgrade from Protoss. Basically, the attack and defense upgrades are pretty equivalent in what they do, but the way I see it, if you kill something more quickly, you won't need the extra life. Kinda makes sense. But in any case, start the mission, get a little bit of a dungeon crawler type thing, where you basically rely on the siege tanks to get you through. Siege tanks are good, pretty much do exactly as they say. You get to your base, you start it up. The first thing to point out is that the priority should be on getting as many siege tanks to each choke as possible. Basically, siege tanks make this mission a breeze. You need to get, I think, about 10 siege tanks on each side to adequately defend it all the time, and then a couple SCVs to repair bunkers and siege tanks. Don't just put siege tanks, get a couple bunkers down there as well, because the guys that get through the bunkers will tear them apart, but siege tanks will stop most of the enemy units from getting through. There is an expansion spot to the southeast of your base. I've never taken it on hard or brutal, but from taking it on normal or casual, it seems like the only units you'd have to worry about are air units, so a few turrets could take care of that. So it's possible that you could take it on brutal and get quite a bit of extra income, but if you want to try that, feel free, you can easily one base it. But in any case, I end up building a second factory, rallying one to each end, and building tanks. As soon as you reach this certain point where you've got enough tanks to defend, the rest of the mission becomes a breeze. You basically just reinforce as you can, and yeah, it's pretty simple. The drop ships are a bit annoying just because the turrets you start with can't kill them, and the first wave do get a few into your base, but it's nothing too bad. But yeah, getting our supply depots, making sure the base is saturated, and getting the tanks. This is the first wave of dropships. When you're using the laser, go for the warp prisms first. The scout ships aren't that bad, but the warp prisms are nasty. Fortunately, they drop them in such a way that your tanks at the chokes can kill the units, but you still don't want them warping and stuff. But yeah, basically, if it's not already obvious, you just build tanks at the chokes and you win. Yay! In regards to what you should shoot with the laser, the only things you need to kill with the Draken laser drill are Immortals and Colossi. You need to use it on Immortals because tanks do bugger all to them, seeing as it gets reduced to 10 damage, and Colossi just because Colossi have a lot of health and do a lot of damage. So you need to kill those Colossi before they can actually do some damage to your tank line. Apart from those, a lot of tanks will take care of any other unit, so just kill Immortals and Colossi, and apart from that, let the drill focus on actually getting through to the relic. But yep, got our two factories up and running, building tanks, got our armory, getting the upgrades. You want to get the upgrades, especially after the Protoss tech. Got some air units coming in, which is annoying. We've built a few turrets, so less get through, but they're still annoying. Yeah, basically you just keep building tanks. You try and get them as far to the southeast and northeast parts of the base as possible, but the base is going to get a bit clumped, so there's no drama if you can't get them completely up. Of course, you could put your turrets in a better position, unlike me. See, at this point I'm killing Archons, you don't need to, it's been a while since I've done this mission, so I had forgotten which were the actual units that you needed to kill. And I left the Immortals up, which is going to hurt me just now. One of the geysers has been tapped, so it's going to slow down tank production, but I do have a fair few tanks, so it's fine. yeah, basically from this point on, all you need to do is kill Colossi, kill Immortals, and get through the door. Don't forget that Marines in bunkers can stim, so if anyone gets past the tank line, select a bunker and press T by default for stim, and you'll do even more damage to them. I'll take this moment to point out that in pretty much every video I've done to this point, I haven't done the bonus objectives. It's something I rarely do on Brutal. It's just because you can replay missions in the archives, and you can get those bonus objectives, and you still get the research contribution. So, for example, in this one, I played on, I think, casual, just after this run, and I blitzed through it doing exactly the same method and taking the expansion, so I get even more tanks. And yeah, I actually go and get 3 relics for the research. Takes a little bit longer, but going for the relics is just something you don't need to do. Having said that, some of the bonus objectives you could easily do on Brutal. I think in this one, if you can sneak out, say, one of the medics you start with to get line of sight on the relic doors, you could do it, but it's unnecessary. I guess that's the thing. It's doable, but unnecessary. But in any case, our tank line is holding the line, we're killing Immortals and Colossi, and we're letting the drill focus on the door. Towards the later stages of the mission, you could ignore killing units and just focus on getting through the door, as long as the drill survives until the door goes down. That's all you need. But you can do it like I do, better safe than sorry, just keep killing the Immortals and the Colossi. You can kill more units than that with a drill, it's just it severely hampers your time, and they just keep reinforcing, so you want all the time you can get. But anyway, we're about to go through the door, and that was easy thanks to siege tanks, which is something we'll be using a lot in the missions to come. But in any case, that's just about it for the mission. I will catch you guys next time.